happening today. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa will be in Washington to meet with President Trump. The visit coming a week after the U.S. welcomed dozens of South African refugees. President Trump has accused that country's government of allowing a genocide on Afrikaners. That is a white ethnic minority there. NewsNation's Libby Dean has a preview from the White House. Libby, what exactly is President Trump's message welcoming in President Ramaphosa later today?
Good morning, Markie. This is shaping up to have the potential to be a really tense meeting today at the White House because we've heard harsh criticism from President Trump of South Africa since he returned to office. The president going as far as claiming there's a genocide taking place in South Africa, something that South Africa has thoroughly denied.
It's a terrible thing that's taking place, and farmers are being killed. They happen to be white. But whether they're white or black makes no difference to me. But white farmers are being brutally killed, and their land is being confiscated in South Africa.
Now, right before Trump made those remarks you just heard, 59 Afrikaners arrived to the U.S., and they're now living in the country with refugee status. You can see that video of them arriving last week there. Now, that's expected to be a point of contention during this meeting today. And Ramaphosa expected to rebut these claims that we continue to hear from President Trump that there's a genocide happening in South Africa. Markie.
And Libby, I'm sure trade will also be top of mind for both of these leaders in today's meeting. What's the latest there?
So many topics likely to be hit during these meetings that are happening today at the White House, Markie, but trade is likely going to be a major focus because South Africa is currently the largest African trading partner with the U.S. And Trump really is reordering this global trade with these tariffs. And South Africa is currently facing that 10% tariff, reciprocal tariff that nearly every country is facing right now during this pause on tariffs that Trump has implemented. But once that pause is lifted, South Africa would face that 31% tariff. That's likely something they're going to try and negotiate today, something the South African president says is really the main reason behind this trade.
The trade relations are the most important. That's what has brought us here. We want to come out of the United States with a really good trade deal, investment promotion.
Now, as for what this is going to look like at the White House today, South Africa's president arrived in the U.S. yesterday, but he's expected here at the White House around 11:30 Eastern. Then he's going to have lunch with President Trump and that more formal meeting, bilateral meeting that's going to happen in the Oval Office later this afternoon. Now, noteworthy here, a source tells me Elon Musk is expected to attend the meeting in the Oval Office, that bilateral meeting. And this is noteworthy because Elon Musk was born and raised in South Africa and has been outwardly critical of the country's policies. So this could shape up to be even more tense than we were anticipating now with Elon Musk attending this meeting.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.